Guys, this looks like a fun one. We have a square root plus a square root equals another square root. If you want to try to solve this on your own, pause it right now because I'm going to do it in 3, 2, 1. For the first step, let's square both sides of the equation. Let's focus on this left side first. This whole thing squared means this whole thing multiplied by itself. Let's use one of these squares to keep things organized. We'll put this one down here and this one right here. Now when we multiply this times this, it's going to be the same thing as we would have had up here. Inside each of these boxes will be their corresponding base times height. So for this box, it's going to be this square root times this square root. For this box, it'll be this square root times this square root. Here, it'll be this square root times this square root. And for here, it'll be this square root times this square root. Well, square root of x plus 36 times square root of x plus 36, that's just going to be x plus 36. And this square root times this square root is just going to be 2x minus 33. And within these other two boxes, we cannot combine terms. But we can still combine like terms. If we add these together, we'll have x plus 2x is 3x, and 36 plus negative 33 is positive 3. And then over here, we have this whole mess plus this whole mess. It's going to end up being 2 of those messes. And now that we've combined like terms, we're done with the left-hand side. And now we can do the right-hand side. The square root and the square will cancel each other out to give us 6x plus 6. And next we can subtract 3x from both sides and subtract 3 from both sides. These are going to cancel out, so on the left-hand side we just have 2 times this whole mess. And on the right-hand side, 6x minus 3x is 3x, and 6 minus 3 is positive 3. And from here, in order to get rid of these square roots, we can square both sides of the equation. On the left-hand side, this square will distribute to all 3 of these things. And then to simplify this, 2 squared is equal to 4. The square root and the square will cancel each other out. This square root and this square will cancel each other out. Then we end up with 4 times this thing. And on the right-hand side, this squared means this times itself. So now let's bring down the 4 and let's multiply all this out. X times 2x is going to be 2x squared. 36 times 2x is going to be 72x. X times negative 33 is negative 33x. And 36 times negative 33 is negative double 188. And on the right-hand side, 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 3 is 9x, 3 times 3x is 9x, and 3 times 3 is 9. Next, we can distribute this 4 to all 4 of these terms. 4 times 2x squared is 8x squared. 4 times 72x is 288x. 4 times this is negative 132x, and 4 times this is negative 4752. And let's just copy down this right-hand side. Now we can combine like terms. Let's bring down the 8x squared. These two will combine to give us 156x, and then we can bring down that. And then on the right-hand side, we can bring down the 9x squared. These two combine to give us 18x, and then we can bring down the 9. Next, let's move everything to one side. Let's subtract 8x squared from both sides. Let's subtract 156x from both sides, and let's add 4,752 to both sides. All this stuff on the left-hand side is going to cancel, so we're going to have 0. On the right, 9x squared minus 8x squared is just x squared. And then 18x minus 156x is negative 138x. And then 9 plus this is 4,761. So we just did all of this work to get this quadratic. Let's use quadratic formula to solve it. B is equal to negative 138, so in the place of negative b, we're going to put in positive 138. And in the place of this b, we're going to plug in negative 138. The a here is equal to 1, so we'll plug in 1 for both of these a's. And the c is equal to 4,761. Negative 138 squared is equal to 19044. And 4 times 1 times 4761 is also 19044. And on bottom, 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Well, 19044 minus 19044 is equal to 0. So that's just going to go away. And 138 divided by 2 is equal to 69. Nice. And that is the answer to our question. Let's plug it in to make sure it works. In the place of each of these x's, we're going to plug in 69. 69 plus 36 is 105. 2 times 69 is 138, and 138 minus 33 is 105. And then 6 times 69 is 414, and 414 plus 6 is 420. Nice. So is this true? So we got to simplify this left-hand side. Square root of 105 plus square root of 105 is equal to 2 square roots of 105. And then we can rewrite this 2 as square root of 4. And now these two square roots can be combined into the same square root, and 4 times 105 is 420. Nice. And since square root of 420 is equal to square root of 420, this checks out. So x equals 69 is the solution to our original equation. Let's put a box around it. How exciting.